The first thing Chris Holmes tells us is he drew a dick in this man's mouth once in Russia.
Well, yeah, this is a record. This is all people in the band, you know, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then we do a record, we tour, we have a good time. Second album, is that a band? No.
Yeah.
And it's decided by the management or him, or they wanted to use his image, so why are these guys even in the band? They're on the back. So that's what I always felt ever since that. So anyway, I don't know. Everybody's got their ways, and I was in a bad mood. So I worked my name out to do that. I'm sure when he sees me, we're gonna get in a fight about it. He's gonna ask me why I was doing that, and because I felt like it.
I thought we won't ask you anything about Blackie, and another thing, I promised myself I won't make any questions about the pool interview.
Decline? I mean, it was stupid interview.
What's the most common interview for you when you're interviewed?
Common question.
Now or
Generally.
Well, I get a lot about that. Was it that? The decline, was it alcohol? Were you drunk or whatever? Yeah, I was drunk. I'm not known to be a liar. In fact, I was real drunk. I couldn't even talk. So a lot of people ask me, how do you feel about that being on TV or whatever? The only thing I don't like is where some kid will come up to me and go, man, that's the coolest, I want to live like that. And to me personally, that's like we're going down the tubes. Why would somebody want to live like that?
But you stopped drinking.
I haven't drank since 96. I got 6 DUIs, and 5 of them I didn't listen to what, they make you do programs, and I even went to jail for a while. That still wouldn't get me to stop drinking. I still drove and drank, and then the 6th time, somebody promised me that I'd never drink again if I would stop for a year. And he goes, look at it this way, Chris. He goes, you can always go back to it. So I quit for a year, and he's right. I don't ever want to drink again because I see my friends do such incredibly stupid things drunk. It's not appealing to me anymore.
You had a reputation as a mean motherfucker. Did it change after you stopped drinking?
I've never been a mean person in my life. Since day one. I never wrote that song.
Mean man.
Anybody that personally knows me, you can ask them that. So it's just how do you say it? It's somebody's perception of them towards whatever they write about. I wrote a song on both my new albums. I got 2 new albums. One came out last year, and I wrote a song on there called "The Loser," and that's about him. And I got a new one on my new one called TFMF, and on my new one, until that's out, I don't want to talk about it, but it's about him. I'm sure he writes one on his album about me every time.
Tell us, how come you're in Finland right now?
It's the culture's changing in America. Nobody rocks anymore. The culture it's totally changed. It's hip hop now and stuff. And my wife, we were talking about a year ago I go, I gotta get out of here. Where do you want to go? I go, I'd like to go to Europe. And I met my friend from the Baton Rouge morgue, Domino, and we called him up and said, hey, how about doing some shows with you over there? He goes, yeah. So decided to come over here. And I got a plane flight back, but I don't think I'm going to get on it. I'd like to stay here. They can get rid of me somehow. I don't feel like going back to L.A. It's too many kind of people that don't like me there.
Do you have lots of friends here? Do you have any acquaintances in Helsinki, for instance?
Yeah, everybody's my friend. I got a lot of fans. Friends. I don't. Domino's my friend. The guys in Baton Rouge Morgan. How many do you need?
Yeah, Andy McCoy. He lives here.
I've heard of him. His name? No, I don't know him. I mean, he doesn't call me up to come over and break bread and have dinner, but I know who he is. You know, when I'm in L.A., I don't hang around too many rock musicians there in L.A., you know.
What do you like to do in your spare time where you're not playing guitar?
You can do it. I don't really talk about that. You know, it's kind of close to that movie. Mm-hmm. You know that movie? That's what I like to do in my spare time. Be like that, kind of. Okay.
Do you like fishing?
Yeah, I do. I used to think that was for old people, but I went and fished up. My sister lives up in Cody, Wyoming. It's kind of like here, Yellowstone area. Mm-hmm. And I went fishing, man. It was great. I thought that was for, like, you know, my grandpa when he get old, tying knots, and I went fishing. I had a good time. I enjoyed it. I never fished on the sea, so I don't know what that's like. You know, but I like to do freshwater.
We have something like 200,000 lakes here in Finland to fish in. So,
any trout? Is there any trout? Is that here?
Up north, yeah.
Up north, freshwater fish tastes a little better than. Well, it's ocean stuff's good too. Yeah. You know. Do you use lures?
Yeah.
You know lures?
I don't fish myself, but people use them. Yeah.
Well, last time I was fishing, I was up in the Yellowstone. Something. I don't know what it was, but about every time I threw my lure in the water, a fish bit on it. So I don't know if that's fishing or not. It was great. And first time I went down the river, it was a pole, but I learned what you have a stringer for. Man, as soon as I got that fish off the hook, boy, he'd make it, I'd say 5 out of 10 made it back to the water. Oh, yeah. So I learned what you have a hook. I don't know if you put it through their gills, a stringer, and all this other crap I learned.
Since you're in rock and roll, you work in a kind of a quite noisy environment. Do you enjoy the silence about the fishing? You know, only the sounds of nature and so on. Do you need that?
You know, when I'm not playing, I really don't listen to music that much. I don't. When I'm driving a car, I never have the stereo on. Oh, okay. I do like silence, but since I've been played rock and roll all my life, when I lay at night when it's really quiet, I hear sprinklers going on, going you know, sprinklers. Yeah. And I know there's nobody waters at night, so I just think it's the ear damage, damage in my ears, so I hear a sound, you know. But that's just my dad's deaf, and I've wrote songs, and hey Dad, I want you to hear this, and he'd be he'd pull his. I go, well, how in the crap can you hear this? You know, because he won't listen to headphones, and he's got ear things, but he's I don't know if I'll go deaf when I get older. I don't think I will. My ears are acclimated to loud sounds. You know, I might. Yeah.
I bought the ticket for the gig in Helsinki. What can I expect?
Beers are going to be about $5.50, and I don't know what you expect. I don't know. I'm kind of curious too. You know, I haven't played in a while. It'll be good.
Will you sing as well?
Not just. No. I got to work out the. I might at the encore. Depends how we're feeling. But there's one album on here that I played Elton John song. I don't even know. Saturday Night's All Right.
Yeah, it's on the compilation album.
Well, do you know I would never play Elton John songs, and I didn't play on it. I can't stand Elton John. Okay, it's just because of the way I've been brought up, the people I've lived around, and what Elton John stands for. I don't like it.
Who would you cover if you did do a cover? What song would you do a cover of?
Right now, I always wanted. I like the song by Neil Diamond that's in the Monkees. You know, then I saw her face. I'm a believer. I'd like to do that hard rock. I like the old Spirit song. I Got a Line on You. I'd like to redo that song. I just when the song Elton John song, I was handed that once. We were going to go out on the road. I think it was a live album after Eldorado. And that song, I didn't record it, you know. I looked at it and said I did, or whatever. Oh, Chris, learn this song. I go, for what? He goes, we're going to play it on Encore. I said, you got to be serious. And he said, yeah. I go, you're out of your mind to even play that. What do you mean? I go, if I was in the audience, I'd be throwing, and the band I like played it, I'd be throwing shit at them playing that song. What do you mean? It'll be a big song. We only played it twice.
Okay.
Because people were throwing shit at us. I just knew it, you know. And if you can't see that before the tour, it's just dumb. Some people can't, some can. And I tried to tell them, you know, we shouldn't be doing it.
You're quite tall. I think you're about as tall as me, actually. Are you the tallest guy in hard rock?
You know who? There's one guy that's taller. He's dead now. Steele.
Steele. Oh yeah.
Peter Steele.
Yeah, because he walked in the dressing room. I don't know if he could have been wearing boots. I was just getting ready to go on stage and play. I had some flats on, but he was taller. Hey, look, I said, what's happening, man? I looked up. I just said, man, you're a tall fucker. And he started laughing. He was taller. No, there isn't. Kiss ain't. Kiss is way shorter.
Yeah.
You know, I think I've shrank since in high school I used to be 6'6". I don't know what you guys. What's the height? I don't know. You can't use you guys use metric system? Yeah.
Hey,
That's what they sell.
I've got a question about an incident in your past. I don't know the year, but I read the book by Duff McKagan. You had a fight, something about you insulting Slash. What you remember the incident? Could you tell us about it?
They can say that, but what happened was one of the roadies in W.A.S.P. and that worked for us. Some guys were promised jobs from 1982, and then we got a record deal. Most of the guys that worked for us didn't get to go on the road because now we're going to hire professionals, but some of them are still my friends. And two of them, after working with W.A.S.P, went and worked with GNR. One guy, Kurt's still a friend of mine today. He told me what really happened was I was sitting at the Rainbow one night. It was about 1987. And Slash came up to me and goes, dude, check this new tattoo I got out. You know, then I grabbed his arm and said, wow, I didn't know niggers get tattoos. And in his book it said that I said about niggers playing when Jimi Hendrix is my idol. Why would I even say that? Still to this day he is. That's just stupid.
Who's the most famous guy you've been in a fight with?
A fight? A fight with? Oh God, Phil Taylor jumped on my back once, had me in a headlock, but that's not fighting. I challenged Blackie in the dressing room one night. He wouldn't fight me. Not too many. I never had that question asked.
I guess when you're as tall as you and I, you don't need to fight a lot.
No, not too many people bother you. The Undertaker came in the room once. He was we were getting ready to play, and he came in, and I remember jumping back, and I stood back. I go, stand back, motherfucker! I'm gonna flip flop you like a pancake. He's just laughing at me. Fight, hassle. There was a brawl one time with the GNR guys, but it wasn't over that. It was something else. Robin Crosby, I got in a hassle with him. Mm-hmm. He's dead.
The Rat guitar player.
Yeah, Rat. It was at the Forum. Somebody said something. I turned around and shoved him back, and he shoved me, and it swung, and it turned into a big fight. And then they threw me out of the Forum Club, you know. But they all got to stay there. That's all right. I think I probably lost that night.
Okay.
I hate to say it. I've lost more fights than I've won. You know, because when you're drunk, you can't fight worth shit. I paid for it. You wake up the next day to, oh man, one time there was a cop that beat me up real bad. I had handcuffs on, but he's not famous. You know, I remember waking up. And,
but you're probably the most famous guy he beat up, you know.
I said something really mean to him. I told him I got the clap from his wife.
Did you?
No, but they pulled the car over and rearranged the guardrail with my face. If the tables were turned, I'd have kicked the kid's ass. They said that to me too. I was just bad, man. I was pissed off, you know.
All right.
Okay, I think.
Thank you, Chris.
Merry Christmas, man.
Merry Christmas.